gotta hit this. We are live. I appreciate everybody coming to check me out, but let me make sure I hit the main button, which is public. I appreciate y'all coming to check out the channel. What's good? This your boy Hood. Yo, we kicking it live again. We're gonna talk about this situation with the boy who is one of the filmmakers that's doing a lot of business out there on Tubi. And I wanted to chat about, bro. If I can find my Tubi logo. But I don't got it nowhere, so we're gonna go with the Hood Films logo for now until I can get to my Tubi logo. So for now, we're gonna go straight to Dude Video. Basically, he on Beehive Radio, his name Criminal Maine. And he is a producer, creator, and everything like that. And he's been doing a lot of movies on Tubi. You might have seen his face if you're a Tubi watcher, if you're a person that watches Tubi and shit like that. So let's get into what the bro got to say.
Okay, so I mean, being able to talk to somebody like that, were you able to get some game from clipping at the same time?
Yeah.
What were those conversations like, Crim?
He told me he liked what I got going, and he said he see where I'm going. He just said, just keep going, don't lose focus. He said it's gonna be so many different things, women, it's just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff gonna try to deter you from your goal, and I'm focused, bro.
Exactly.
Like I've never been this focused in my life.
Nah, I mean, was it the content that got you focused, or was it the money that got you focused? Did the money start coming in and you got focused as hell?
I think it was a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the music, I think I reached my magnitude. I think I reached what I can do with the music, and I always wanted to do the movies anyway. So I just said, let me try something. And when I tried it with my first movie, Neighborhood Dope Man, it went crazy. So when Neighborhood Dope Man, I said, oh, okay, then let me try something else. I did my second movie, Played.
All right, Neighborhood Dope Man is the movie he said that he came out with first. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say I watched all of the movies, because I didn't. But I want to see if I can find Neighborhood Dope Man, the trailer. You know what I'm saying? So we can see how it look. If we could, if it'll play, because you never know how the thing is working. Neighborhood Dope Man. All right, Neighborhood Dope Man. All right, here go the, look like you can see the whole movie. No, this the trailer. This the trailer. So let's go with the trailer. We got to get through the commercial, though. You know that. So let's let these white people shut up. This is another thing should always make you go and create, because white people don't be giving a fuck. They gonna put their stuff out. You gonna like it or you ain't, but you gonna see it. So we spinning up, and this is the first look at the trailer. Neighborhood Dope Man. This old boy Criminal Man. It's on YouTube. It only shows humans on this video, y'all. It only shows humans.
To look at my rim, make my tires go there. Who the fuck are you? You in? Yeah, I'm in. Store my bricks. You say you checked in. Come on, bro. It ain't like that, bro. Bro, it ain't like that, bro. Bro. They work at the tire shop over on 2nd. Bro, I told you to lay low, bro. Gee. Wasn't even no $500,000, man. Ain't my concern. Get comfortable, boo. You ain't gonna like it. You act like you have to use something. Gee, James, my cousin. You lying to sequel ass. Hey, consider this my rental fee. I ain't even why y'all working going to jail, fuck. Oh, that key with you.
So that's how the trailer look on this movie, Neighborhood Dope Man. We're going to go straight to his second movie. Let's see what he say his second movie was. Let him say it himself.
I did Played. Played was bigger than Neighborhood Dope Man.
All right, we got to find Played. Let's look it up real quick. Played by Criminal Man. Because I ain't going to say I've seen it all. I haven't. Let's say Played. It's on Tubi, any of these movies, but we're gonna look at the trailer by Criminal. Man. Alright, that should get something close to it. Nothing at all. I can't find that one. Because maybe the name is too generic. So let's go to his third movie.
I said, all right, let me do something else. I did Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Alright, Afghanistan. I know that we should find that one. That's a unique name, so that's not gonna be far. Afghanistan. We just seeing his trajectory. We're not gonna just talk about it. We want to see what he talking about. This is trailer right here. Looked like it dropped a year ago. So let's go with his trailer. They're gonna probably play a commercial first. We already know that. So 6 seconds commercial. That's not that bad. But it might play another one when they play them short commercials. You know how YouTube work. Nah, okay, it went straight to it. It only show humans, so you won't see words and graphics.
Man production. EA.
There's a lot of graphics. Let's get to the humans.
You don't know he got a whole trap house in North Memphis?
So every time you see a human, they cut into the graphics of the titles.
They do. I got the car and the keys. I'm on my way to you.
Man, come on some weak shit.
Even though we sad today that we came as
I want to send that nigga on you. Call me up with weak shit. Check your hoe, nigga. We're gonna turn this bitch to Afghanistan for real. What you ain't about, bitch? Huh? I made crime.
You selling dirty drugs? Are you crack territory?
gonna be 7 in the snow.
Nigga, you ain't mom.
So that's the end of the humans. They go straight into the credits, and dude name is Criminal Man. So let's get back to his interview. So he got 3 movies he popped out there saying he did. Let's get to the next one.
When I did Afghanistan, yeah, I said I can do this. You know what I'm
Talk to me
saying?
about this independent grind though at the same time, and how is it different from the music, man?
I mean, it's I treat it the same.
Okay.
You know, I actually treat it the same. It's just like you only big as your last hit you put out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what you say, what you used to do years ago, it's about, okay, what you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I like it because I like creative control.
Yeah.
I like to, you know, do it how I want to do it. There's a lot of networks coming to me right now trying to get me to sign exclusively with them. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to run it myself. You know, I'm having my way. You know what I'm talking about? Not even being cocky, bro. I just do it. I can do it how I want to do it, man.
Exactly. So answer me this though, because see, I totally understand where you're coming from with that though, Krim. Do you see that as a hindrance being able to generate
What up,
money
A?
by yourself without the use and help of the majors, and they make it to where it's hard to negotiate with a Krim because it's like I don't need no help. I already got this thing running.
Yeah.
And how's those conversations for you, man?
I mean, it be, you got to be in the room, bro. You need to be a fly on the wall. Like, you know, because the numbers that I've been hearing, I'm like, the old Krim be like, all right, let me get that.
Yeah.
All right, let me get that. Let me get that. But I'm looking at the bigger picture because it's like when I was doing the music, I made more money independently. Even though I've been signed with Rap A Lot. Even though I've been signed with the Relativities, the Loud Records. But I made more money independently. So with these movies, I'm finna go far as I can by myself.
Come on.
To see what I can get by myself until I feel like it's time, like, all right, let's go and try to collab with this person or do this here. You know what I'm saying? But it just got to make sense, though, bro.
No, I'm with you on that, man.
Yo, and I think that that's a real dope point that my man is making about as you being an independent, as you see my logo behind me, Hood Films, we come from an independent perspective, an independent mindset. And with Tubi being around, hey, Avi, I'm gonna stay on focus at the lock in on this subject matter. When you creating, you got the option to go with the major labels or the major corporations and stuff like that. But then technology is always a game changer in my opinion, because when the technology come around, if you're locked into some of these practices from the old days, then you stuck with no message, you stuck with not putting out a conversation. And it might be ugly to have to deal with the fact that you won't be able to like pay some bill or fly to some place or be a Turks and Caicos or whatever the fuck you would get if you was getting that money. But if your message is what you're trying to put out and the message is really important to you, then you're gonna circumvent those things and just wait for a minute, because the ultimate goal is what you're trying to reach. So this guy, Criminal Man, I've been seeing his movies on there, but you know, I kind of saw it. Like, I think I caught up with him when he did Afghanistan. And then I was like, okay, damn, this is filmmakers up there. I saw his face a couple of times on Tubi. And I was like, okay, cool, damn, I'm seeing these guys making movies. They look like they from Memphis. Then he dropped Afghanistan, which obviously is a play on the name Memphis in Afghanistan. So I'm like, oh, okay, damn, that's cool, because this is dope. You know, I'm from Chicago and they call it Chirac. So I'm like, this is just a unique thought that the people are doing to utilize their names, cities, compared to the European, I mean, to the Arab world, which is what they was doing in hip hop when I was young. You know, you had the Gambinos, which a lot of rappers was from the Wu-Tang, and, you know, Biggie was Frank White. So they've utilized that now to name the neighborhoods and all that shit. Okay, cool. That's just what's happening today. So when I saw that coming into the movie game, the filmmaking game, it was like, damn, that's cool. They smart. So now he's done this so many times that his movies have become really recognized. And maybe you haven't heard of him, and I'm really just getting really in depth with his creativity and what he's done over the time. And apparently he used to be a rapper. And so that was, he was already creating. And then with this, again, technology allowing him to understand the landscape. So with music, it turned into streaming. So we always just have to pay us. We were selling CDs and we were selling, you know, whatever what it was, you know. And then they came out with the streaming game after they did a whole Napster run and everybody was just stealing music. And then it came out with the streaming game. And so him being a musician for however what time he got started, he understood the landscape of that. So you doing music videos, but your music video had no place to go other than YouTube when YouTube finally came around, because YouTube wasn't really around like that. Now YouTube is here, you could put it out there, but you still got to get people to come to your YouTube channel to watch it on your music side. So him understanding the landscape of it, saying, okay, well, shit, I got my boys already being in my music videos. Let's go ahead and shoot a movie. And this is not new. People have been shooting hood movies forever. You know, you got people like did Baller Blocking. You got Master P, who was the original one. He did the first one, which was that was like 1996, 1997. I'm About It. And that movie really just took off and took the world by storm as far as the underground filmmaking game. Not necessarily like I'm going to get hired by this production company, they're going to pay me a check. It's just basically you get a camera, you go to your hood, and you make a movie. The movie becomes something that people look at and revere because of what it took for you to create it and the storyline that you made. I think that first movie Master P made was like 2.5 hours, which is a long ass movie. You know what I'm saying? So it reverberated around the industry of people in the hip hop world, and everybody started making their little movies. If you was a rapper, that became a thing, which parlayed the directors into having another job, because originally they only could just do music videos. It was not no movie making happening. So now people get to do movies, and you've even seen Hype Williams, who was at the pinnacle of filmmaking. He even did a big old movie in the hip hop world, I'm saying, because a lot of people could do movies. You know, other filmmakers did do movies. You know, them like white filmmakers or directors and film music videos. They did do movies, but I'm talking about on the hip hop side. As far as us, that's when Hype Williams came out with Belly, and that was like a real pinnacle in filmmaking. But then he didn't do another one. You know, the series didn't come behind it, but he still just did it. So, and it was a legendary movie. So when you see the technology kicking in for somebody like this guy, and he's utilizing it, coming from the hip hop game, putting movies out one behind the other, utilizing his friends, utilizing his people. Now the people start recognizing. So where he might not have been so successful as a rapper, where he had success, but it might not have been legendary, like, you know, a hip hop name, people saying top 5 and they putting his name in the list. His films would be that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get back to the interview so we can see what else you got to say.
When it comes to that grind, though, man, I mean, being able to stay focused on the film side. We talking about when you talking about recording studio and then being able to, upload this thing. We talking about sets. We talking about videographers, cameramen, assistants, people, and directors, and all this stuff.
Right.
What is that like? Leading that ship and making sure that everything goes well.
I mean, it's not easy peasy. It's hard. Doing the movies is hard. People will look at the movies and think like, oh, it's simple. I can do that. Just because you see or just because you get a camera, you think, oh, I can go shoot a movie. It's more than that. The storyline got to be together. The actors got to be together. You know what I'm saying? You got to have, food. You got to have the location. Everything has to be on point.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In order for it to make sense, you just can't jump up and just do it. It don't work like that.
What do you think it is about your storylines, though, that are so addictive that got everybody tuning into that thing?
I'm raw. Like, you got to think about it. Like, you got a dude from Memphis.
Yeah.
Everybody know I'm from the hood. I'm the neighborhood dope man. So why wouldn't you want to see my story? You know what I'm saying? It's like I done been through it all.
Yeah.
So I actually get a chance to show. I get a chance to show you my story from my side. You know what I'm saying? From my point of view. Exactly. I get to. It's raw, bro.
And then that's your question for you. I mean, do you got a story that you want the people to hear? Because sometimes people don't. You know what I mean? That it's not no rush or no push or nobody gonna, make you do it. You know what I'm saying? Some people literally want to tell a story. Some people literally want to put a message out there. Some people literally want to talk about stuff that it means something to them. You know what I'm saying? For instance, my movie Kill a Rapper, where if you watch it all the way through, it's going to be a deep message in there. And my joint, that's on Tubi right now, called Kill a Rapper. And I wanted to specifically make this message in the movie. So I had to do this whole big production, this whole big thing. And as the creator behind the scenes of the idea, I had to just know that if you get to the end of producing this movie and working with these people and strangers and dealing with the time and dealing with the schedule and dealing with everything you got to deal with, then you got to edit, then you got to take time to put it up on the platform. If you did through all this, somebody gonna see this movie and somebody gonna get the message. And then that's what it really come down to. So it might be have to for circumvent a lot of time. You can't go out. Sometimes you might miss months because you're sitting in a room editing, or the computer might crash, or the fucking hard drive might go down. You might have to do reshoots. Somebody might quit the movie. It's just so much fucking shit you had to deal with as far as creating it. But is the message you're trying to put out going to get heard or seen? And that becomes the quest that you put out if you're going to create something like this. For instance, if you do a song, or if you're a musician, it might take you one day to create that song. It might have took you a week to write it. It might have took you a second to write it. So like people like Jay-Z, they can fucking freestyle the song right then and there on the spot. So it might not have took so long to make that particular song come to an actual fruition, which is into life. You can let other people hear it. A movie is not like that. It might take months. It might take weeks. And that's just for you trying to formulate the idea. The thing that you said you want to do. It was going to be about this lady or whatever, reversing cars up a damn hill. You have to figure that out. Like, is that something I want to say? Then you will get passionate about the idea of telling it. It might even be something connected to your family. What up, Trey? You say, yo, I'm going to end up doing this message because this was connected to my cousin. This was connected to my sister, my auntie. So it's a lot. You have to put a lot of time into that. And then now you got to tell the story, which means you got to tell people how to bring the story to life. Like, okay, this lady, she going to play this character, or this guy, he going to be the boom operator, or this man, he going to bring the clothes, or this person going to bring the location. So it's all of these elements got to come together so that you could tell this one little freaking message. And then you get through all of this work. And just so if somebody say, I ain't like that movie, it really don't hurt you the same. Like if you made a song and it took you a couple of minutes to make the song, plus you did it, and then somebody heard it right away. It was like, you put a lot of effort into it, but you didn't put time and your guts and your heart and months into making the story happen. You made the song, it took you a month, it took you a week. But by the time you get done with the movie and it took you 6 months, 9 months, a year and a half, and somebody say they don't like it, it don't really hurt at all, because you know deep in your mind and your heart how many months you was woke at night, how many days you woke up and didn't go outside, you didn't even take a shower, you went straight and sat on the computer. It's just the effort that you put into it, and that is payment enough. Trey King say it's a lot of work to truly put something out into the world, especially if it's a movie. That's a physics. Let's get back to my bro interview.
Being on set though, Cram, take me there though, man, because I mean, you started off rapping, but then you find yourself on set with Jamal Willard, the man that played Biggie. Yeah. You got Clifton Powell, aka Pinky, and every other great role he done played. Yeah. And you sitting there holding your own in there. Yeah. What is that like on set? Do you have any moments to where you're like, dang, he's going down to this thing? I done put some real stuff together.
You know, it be serious. It's challenging because it's like, the way these people take their craft, I can't half step. So it's like when you look at Kingpin, you will look at that I was really acting because that's not me. The role I play is a guy named Cashapp. You know, it's a lot of things that Krim wouldn't do if he was in Cash's shoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I gotta bite my lip, like, let me go. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's challenging because I'm looking at everybody, especially like the OG Clifton Powell and like Jamal Woodard. They take their craft so serious, bro. And like, I can't half step. And then shout out to the writer, you know, Miss Tamika Chambers. You know, she actually in the movie too, and she's an acting coach. Exactly. So it actually helped me along. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah.
Answer me this though, Krim. What advice do you got for other filmmakers coming into the game, man? Because I mean, independence in film is a totally different ball game as well, man. What do they need to be looking out for, and how do they build that cult following that you got?
I mean, you just gotta be yourself, bro. Like, you know, can't nobody beat you being you. So, you know, like, what's up, bro? Nobody can beat you being you. You know, and just keep going. You know, don't get discouraged because, you know, everybody not gonna like you. But some people don't like you. You know, just because you're not getting the likes or just because you're not getting the shares that you think you deserve, bro, just keep going. Because somebody's sitting there rooting for you, they just ain't saying nothing. You know, just keep going, man. And if you can, spend your own money.
Come on.
Spend your own bread. I promise you, you do it your way, you can, man, I'm having a ball, bro.
See, so a lot of that is a really key points that I'm glad he making. He doubled up on the points right there because he was saying that you got to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody beat you with being you. And that's key. You know what I'm saying? So if, again, we came back from the message and shit, but if you really don't have no message and shit, as long as you're just being originally you, that's why a lot of people can't really hate on people like Tyler Perry. Thanks for hitting that like button. Y'all hit that like button. I show that love. I appreciate it. And share the message too. That's why a lot of people don't really hate on Tyler Perry, because at the end of the day, he's originally being him. He's not fronting and trying to be somebody else and it look goofy. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe he playing a gangster in the movie, or maybe he playing some white doctor or some shit, and everybody like, I don't believe that. Like, what do you, man? Be yourself. Be the guy who we want to see. You know what I'm saying? This guy, you done went crazy, bro. Hey, BSJ, I ain't fucking with you no more this week, bro. You done shot me down bogus with that one, but that was a funny one. Yo, but anyway, so you got to think about it. Is that if you being originally you and you having your way of being yourself, then can't nobody stop you. When you see Hood Films Corp behind me, that's exactly me. That's my brand. That's what I created. That's who I am. So I'm not expecting nobody to beat me at that. I'm not expecting nobody to compete with me at that. I'm not expecting nobody to try to outdo me at me being me. So it's like, that's nothing I got to concern myself with as far as being afraid of stretching myself or being a creator. If I want to play somebody that's outside of my spectrum of what I might see myself or somebody might see me, it's not going to stop me from doing it, because I already know as a creator, I have the license to do what the fuck I want to do. So that's why I like this guy, because he's making a way for himself outside of this regular spectrum. Everybody know about hood movies. Everybody know about street movies and neighborhood movies. That's not like a hidden idea no more. You got movies like BMX TV series and shit, and From the Wire and things of that nature, where Hollywood has made their money from it. But the hood movie thing hasn't died out. It hasn't just like dwindled away because the old relics aren't even in the industry as much as they was earlier on. It's still giving it still has its pressure on the industry because it's still black content, and it's really tapping into worlds that a lot of people wouldn't even know. If you're not from Memphis, if you're not from these towns, how you gonna know what the fuck go on in these places? You would have to find out by watching the stories and creating, just like we would. How would I know what's going on in Italy or what's going on in California if I'm not ever going to go to those places or ever even know nobody from those places? So the movies and stuff, it gives us it lets us into the realms of these stories and shit, and especially if it's a story that you like. You know what I'm saying? Something that interests you. You know what I'm saying? So whereas I've never been to Memphis, you know what I'm saying? I could watch it and then see what the black community is like from this guy's perspective. And that's cool. Just like if I was watching Goodfellas, I could see what the mafia is like from Scorsese's perspective. Does that mean he's in a mob? No. Does it mean he hang with mobsters? No. This is his perspective from his storytelling, and this is this guy's perspective from his storytelling. He just said one of the movies, like, that ain't me, that ain't how I act, so I gotta act a certain kind of way in order for this movie to be believed by other people. And that's exactly what I did in my movie Killer Rapper, which you can see again on Tubi. I'm playing a character, but that's not me. it's not who I expect it to be, or it's not nothing about my personality. It's this personality in this story. And with me writing the story and writing the idea of the story, I could give a lot more compelling emphasis in his personality, in this character I'm portraying, because I actually wrote the story. So this is another thing that this guy's going to talk about in this documentary, in this interview. Let's get back to it.
I'm gonna keep on. I'm having a ball.
What headaches are you missing out on by being able to be independent then?
What headaches I'm missing out on? Can't nobody tell me what to do.
Okay.
You know, you can't get up and say, well,
So you suffer from the same thing I suffer from. You don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear none of that. Krim, you got to get up and go do this. No, Krim got to get up and do what he want to do, when he want to do it, and how he want to do it. That's why it's called a Krim film.
Come on.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm having a ball, bro.
You just touched down in the A and made your rounds, man. Obviously, you just left the 85 South show. Low, Big Six, you know what I know. I mean, Dirty Glove, I know we over there hollering at them boys as well. Talk to them about the love you get down here when you touch down to the A crib, man. How that plays a role in what you got going on as well.
Like, the A always been my second home.
Come on.
The A love me, now. Like, shout out to y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like, shout out to all y'all, bro. The A always actually been this my other home. I ain't gonna say my second home. This my other home, man.
Come on.
You know, just to get the calls. You know, I supposed to be going to do the big facts too.
What up, though?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. Like, you know, the love is crazy, bro. And just like I said, I'm humble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to keep going, bro.
Well, I ain't even gonna lie,
I gotta put my city on the map, bro.
With your city on the map for independent film, you put them on the map.
Oh, yeah, I got to, bro.
Because, I mean, Krim was already a household name in these streets, too. Don't get it mixed up, son. You see what I'm saying? So, you present yourself coming down here, you know. But, I mean, Krim, what's your...
But that's dope, too. What I like what bro said when he said, you know, what headaches are you missing out on? He was like, I ain't missing out on really shit except somebody trying to tell me what to do. So imagine owning your own film company and you get to wake up and everything you create came from you. Whether whoever you hire, whoever you bring around you, whoever you have actually helping you bring the story to life, they all is coming from your ideas and your imagination. And then when you see the end result, it's like you're sitting back almost like a granddaddy of something. Like, wow, I did all of that. These are all my kids and then their kids. Like, that's crazy. So sometimes it comes down to that, because imagine if you had to have someone else, if it wasn't called Hood Films Corp and it was called somebody else, if it wasn't called Criminal Main Films, like he said, and it was called something else, they're going to call you and say, hey, what you doing? You're supposed to be here already. Oh, okay, I'm on my way. And you're never really actually creating your thing, but you're working for another person to bring their thing to life. So that's really what it comes down to. So are you going to be a person to help other people bring what they want to bring to life? Or are you going to be one who bring what you want to bring to life? And that's the key in that position. Let's get back to it.
Favorite part of it all, man. What are you enjoying about the whole movement and journey?
Wait, if you were locked up...
All right, we got a commercial. It's boring, so let's get going. Let's slide straight through it. Hopefully it'll be over. They ain't double up this time. Good.
See my vision come together.
Yeah.
You know, that's worth more to me than money. You know what I'm saying? To actually see something that I actually put together like a chemist, I'm like the kid, just like, wow, you know, it's working. You know what I'm saying? Like, to see that and then to see people enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Man. You know, just like the last movie I did before I just did the Kingpin, the hurt people, you know?
All right, we're gonna jump to that real quick. Let's find the hurt people. So I'm gonna flip back over here so we can Google that up real quick. I seen that one. I actually saw that one. That was a good one. That's actually the last one I seen. Here it is. As soon as you halfway put it in there, it all pop up because the name is unique. Hurt people. Oh, that's actually a rapper that got some shit that's similar to that. Here it is right here. Is this the whole movie? No, that's the trailer. That's what we're looking for. So let's flip back. But look, it only play humans.
Sometimes
so obviously people put graphics up. It don't do that. The green screen only play humans. So I'm trying to skip to the actual humans being shown because that's what it shows. Let's get to it. Oh, audio. Let's get back to the audio.
The one that's surrounded by family on graduation day. Somewhere, something went wrong. I know. But I want you to know what happens when hurt people hurt people.
Heard y'all to fill up pump 7. Let me get all this.
Oh my God, girl, you always got a test to take in the morning. Just come on, leave it let us. Stop.
Take off for me, I'll let your home go for me.
You can't pay me to go away. I didn't see my car.
These are a lot of gifts, Ari. You better be careful. I know Chris does right by you, but gifts like these come with a price.
Whoever opened the door, you get it back to them and you get straight back to your car. Don't say shit, don't do shit.
She ducking the fuck.
Cuz, nigga, she became a liability and I ain't fucking with it.
Look like you about to have a bad day.
You know how much fucking money I just lost? So it's fucking bitch, that's exactly what the fuck you did. Fuck your mama.
You promised that you would see this through.
Bad news is, you're HIV positive.
Happy birthday.
Hey, so basically, you could tell what that movie is about. It's basically about a person that's become HIV positive and who they infect, and it's a good ass movie, and it's on Tubi. You could watch it right now. It's called Hurt People by Criminal Maine. He been killing them. He been killing them. He on YouTube as well. You know what I'm saying? So y'all should check him out. But this is him interviewing about his journey putting his movies up on Tubi and how it's been. We're back
lot
on.
of people was like, you finna do a movie about AIDS? I'm like, why wouldn't I? You know, that subject needs to be talked about.
Exactly.
People need to understand, dog, HIV, it's serious.
It's real.
Dog. Like, you know, that stuff going on in every city, you know, every neighborhood, bro. People need to see, like, yo, you need to protect yourself. You're gonna get out here and do all this over here, man.
Come on, man.
They need to see what's gonna happen if you're all right. Don't let 5 minutes of pleasure mess your whole life up. You know what I'm talking about? Don't do that.
Come on, crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but when hurt people did tens of millions of views, though, man.
Yeah,
What you expecting that?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I wasn't expecting that. I ain't even gonna lie. I definitely wasn't expecting. I definitely wasn't expecting it, but I knew it was gonna strike a nerve. Cause it's like everybody look at me like, oh, Krim just gonna do the trap movies or the hood movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bro, I got racist movies.
Yeah.
Bro, I got happy movies. I got
Okay.
horror movies. I
Yeah.
got so much stuff that's up and coming. I have comedy movies. Shout out to my boy Mike Epps. You know
what up, though, Mike?
I got so much stuff that I'm actually working on. Like, the best is yet to come. I'm just getting started.
Yo, so there you go right there. What's down your pipeline? What y'all got lined up? Because that's the same thing I'm doing over here. I got hood movies. I got racial diversity movies. I got magical movies and shit, animation style movies. I got everything in the repertoire because that's what creativity is. It's not locked in. And again, if you're working for a particular corporation or a particular system, they're gonna have you down the pipeline where you're working on what the hell they got going on and what's gonna make the money or whatever the fuck they do at their production corporations. So this is again a time for people with a voice that want to say something or they want to impact people to do that because you got Tubi, you got other streaming platforms. You can do these messages and can't nobody stop you. And so this is where I think this guy is hitting it on the head because a movie about HIV, AIDS, and then you already got people watching, they're already tuning in, but they don't know what they're going to see, but you use the same background and setting, which is your hood, which is Memphis, which is where you're from. You same people, you switch up some of the actors and bring new faces, and now you got a real impact of a story, and that right there can't be switched, that can't be changed. Nobody can stop that and be like, oh man, that wasn't good enough. That was a really impactful thing that he did because I saw the movie. It's good as fuck. By the time you get to the end and they start twisting and turning the storyline, you're like, oh shit, I didn't expect that. It's a fucking good movie. So him expressing himself about the movie is what the fuck is cool because I didn't know behind the scenes of this person. You know what I'm saying? Most times you'll hear about the director from a story because they most times are the people who's talking about the journey or the creativity of it. But a lot of times this guy's been an actor and a producer behind it, so he's like the person who's spearheading the idea and hiring these people to be the directors and shit like that. So he know what he's doing. So let's get back to it.
All right, bro.
Okay, so the future of this thing, though, for Krim Films, I mean, where are we taking it, man? And what are we doing next, too, on top of this? Are you going right it back into the set, or what we doing?
I'm going right back to the set. Like, soon as I leave here, I go holler at Big Face. I gotta go to New Jersey and shoot a film. Once I get there, I'm going back to Memphis and set up. I'm finna do Memphis Afghanistan series.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm finna go do the series.
Now, what's going on in Jersey?
Oh, somebody booked me for a film.
Okay, so now you just get your ass
Yeah, I'm acting that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm an actor now, bro.
Okay, so now what is that like when you getting booked as an actor out here? Because see now you standing next to Clifton Powell and Jamal Woolley, but they said we want Cram too out here in these streets.
No, it's for real. It's a big deal, bro. Cause I've been getting booked like constantly, bro. Like Baltimore. I've been to Baltimore 3 times. I've been all through New York. I can write, but I ain't trying to do everything.
Yeah, sitting in the woods right now, these doggone movies, man. How we doing all of this, sir?
I done wrote a couple movies. I just actually come up with the idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like with the Kingpin. You know, I came up with the idea, and I had told my partner, Tracy Williams, and he told his wife, Miss Tamika, and I pitched it to her, she wrote it. It's just like, well, hurt people.
Yeah.
I gave Amber Allen, I gave her the plot of how I wanted it. She took it and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can write, but I ain't trying to do everything, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need teamwork. You know, teamwork make the dream work, bro.
And that's a good point to park it and do a little rundown, because he said something that a lot of people don't really capture when you're doing this stuff, because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And then if you can't find somebody to work with you right away, it could be discouraging all the way. You just be like, you know what? I'm gonna put that off to the sideline. I gotta pay my bills. I can't play with this game. You know what I'm saying? And that's life. You know, it's life with everything. And then you just kind of like be one of those people that just kind of always want to get back to it for the rest of your life. It's like, shit, man, I said I was going to end up producing something. I said I was going to make something, but I just, you know, right now I'm busy. Right now I'm working. And you just kind of live your life. And then you got other people that's like, nah, fuck that. You know what? My cousin liked to write, or my sister, she liked to sing, or my nephew, he always said he wanted to do something. Let me just bring all these people together and put this thing down. And then that alleviates your schedule. Because if it take you time to have to write this thing, and it take months to write something because you might not know what the hell you're doing, or it just take time to sit down and take time out your life and bring it to life, write it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's rough. And then you got to make it enough to make a big old movie, so it might take time to come up with everything that you got to say. That a lot of times today, which is a unique time, you got fucking AI and chat GPT. So these things allowing you to go in there and use the system of the computers to help you come up with the ideas or finish the script or add things to the movie. You know, I'm shooting my own movie later on today, and you know, this allowed me to help me, some elements help me to continue the storyline when I would fall back and I couldn't finish it or whatever came about. This is what technology is allowing us to do today that even wasn't even there before. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't imagine no damn AI being around in the past, you know what I'm saying? But that shit is original and it's dope and it's helpful, because if you got to go to a human, a girl, a guy, your friend, a worker, your parent, they're gonna probably be like, forget that shit. That's not important. You got to take care of your kids. Don't even worry about that. You got to go focus on this other stuff. And then you might have to say, you know what, you're right. Let me just not even concern myself with that. Let me go focus on this shit. And that's just life. So this guy putting a lot of effort into making those things come to life, and he's just hiring other people in his crew. So that's something you should pick up on. If you're going to be creating, if you're going to be doing this stuff, get you somebody who you can hire, even if that person might not be able to be called into help you with the next time. You know, like you may have worked with them, but then now they got a new job, or they move out of town, or they got a new baby, or got married, and it's like, oh shit, I can't work with that person on this particular project. Let me go and get a third person or a backup person. You know what I'm saying? That's how I made my original, when I was playing in my new movie, Killer Rapper, that's on Tubi right now. That's how it got done, because the guy who I hired as my main character, who was a younger guy, he was gonna play the main character of the movie, and everything was perfect, and he didn't show up the first day of acting. The first day of shooting. So we was like, you know, what happened? He didn't even call us to say he wasn't coming. He just didn't show up. So it was like, what the fuck? So everybody looking at me like, well, shit, you hired this guy. Where is he? And I'm thinking like, shit, I suppose he was supposed to be here. But I'm looking silly because I hired this person. So eventually he just never called, never said shit. So eventually, in order for the movie not to can, because it was no main character, what the fuck we gonna do? So I told my producers, I said, I'll play the main character. I know everything about the movie. Let's just keep the ball rolling. I never heard back from the guy. So maybe did he go out of town? Did he get hurt? I don't know. So I just said, y'all gonna do that? They said, let's do it. So man, eventually the guy did call me and say, yo, what's up, man? I said, yo, what happened? He was like, oh man, this, that, and the third. And I said, well, the movie done. We can't hire you further than this. That's it. He was like, what the fuck you talking about? I was going to come. I got busy. This what happened, this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, I don't know what to tell you, because the people who I'm working with, they put their own time and effort into this. And if you're not going to be there on the first day, they're not going to want to continue. If you come on the third day or the fourth day, you just wasn't there. So we'll catch up to you in the future. And then that was that. So now I got to embark upon acting in this movie because I hired somebody who wasn't ready to do it. So now I'm like, shit, what the fuck? So this again come down to, are you ready to do that? And then if you see my movie that's on Tubi called Kill a Rapper, you will see how good I did. And it's an hour movie. And I had to play the whole fucking character every single day of the set. And I had to pull that off because everything else was put together, but we couldn't control another person. Like if he decided not to shit, come in, if he quit that night, it's like, what can you say? He a grown man. He did what the fuck he want to do. And I couldn't come to his house and pull up outside like, where the fuck you at? I just had to let it be. So, okay, cool. Then he called me about a month or three, maybe a year later, was like, man, if you ever doing something else, man, you gotta call me. Man, that first time this happened, but look, man, you gotta call me. And I'm sitting on the phone like, I would never call your ass. You didn't come up day one. Like, it just look like this ain't for you. Or maybe when you get some other people that give you a chance, but can't work with me. Let's get back to do the interview, because you see, when you make a team work, you make the dream work.
Partnerships with Tubi though, man, being able to get the movies on there, because see, you know, they done changed the game. A lot of folks ain't been able to get their stuff on Tubi like they was used to able to do, man. So I mean, what has that been like, being able to maintain that relationship and grow?
I done paid my dues.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, you got to go through it to get to it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here now. You know, I got actually 7 movies on Tubi that's mine, but I done been in like 15.
My God.
All right. So that's grind time right there. 7 movies on there that he produced himself, and then he been in 15 movies. So that lets you know the hustle is real. You just heard him say that he's already going to another state that's not his state to be an actor. Right now, you ain't never seen him with no Denzel Washington. You ain't never seen him with no whoever was an actor, you know, Brad Pitt. But in the world of Tubi, it's money. In the world of Tubi, it's a world, and he's existing inside that world. But at the top, because he's created his own way. 7 movies, we looked up at least 4. You understand what I'm saying? That we heard him say right there. But he say he got 7 that he owned. So that's on Tubi. And you see, it's hard to get your shit on Tubi now. You try to put a movie on Tubi now, a year and a half wait, because they got a backlog and a quality control system that makes them have to check everybody out before they put you up there. And so now if you hand them a movie, let's say you hand them a movie in July, what's this, July? Your movie probably won't be up there till like next April. You know what I'm saying? July, you're going through August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, 9, 10 months. That's short. That's short. He said a year. So you're talking about next July, they saying live. But this is disallowing you to advertise your film. So if they give you a date, they're going to say your movie going to be live this date. And then particularly you start advertising, telling the YouTubes and everybody, then come that date, it don't go live. And you like, hey, what the fuck going on? Can I call them? But in order to contact them, they're telling you that you have to pay a monthly fee, $300, $150, whatever it is, just to contact a client person, to get on the phone with somebody or even write back to them and have somebody look at your particular film and make sure your particular film go through the process. So you have to pay a fee for that. So this is really what distribution is. So now it's not like, hey, John, go over there and do this for me and give me a fee. I'll give you a fee, because the people who distributing it, the Tubi, whoever, they want a fee. So then if you go through a distribution service, they're going to want a fee. Tubi going to want a fee. And then how much you get back. But you still have to do the advertising for the film. So let's say you gave up 33% of your film because of what it takes for you to do the budget with the actual distribution service you're going through, and then Tubi want they cut, and then finally your movie go up there. You still got to put 100% into advertising it in order for people to come see it. So that's why when you say I got 7 films, each film is an advertising piece, because yeah, that film probably didn't get 10 million views. That probably film only got 1,000 views or 20,000 views. But allowing him to continue to have his face up there, you got somebody, like you said earlier in the interview, somebody's gonna like it. Somebody gonna hate it, but somebody gonna like it, and they're gonna be cheering for you to do another one. Now you're not gonna be able to see them. He said they're gonna be doing that silently. So you just got to know that that's happening out there. Somebody is cheering for you to do another one. So when you got 3, 4, 5, then number 5 hit, and it's like, boom, that's the HIV one. Everybody going crazy for it. They love it. That's giving you incentive to go shoot another one, making you feel like I could do this again. So the guy got a lot of great information for people like us that's trying to create and put stuff out.
So they know me. I'm a household name on there now.
What is it like, you know, working with the people at Tubi and dealing with them as far as just the distribution of the movies and making sure that everybody get a chance to see what's going on?
It's great, bro. Cause just like I said, bro, you know, I pay my dues. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you just gotta go through it to get to it. You know, I know people that's actually been tried to put their movie on Tubi. They've been waiting.
We've helped thousands of better.
It's just like we was just saying, you know what I mean? It's going to be a journey to get your stuff up there these days because Tubi is a hot commodity. And again, just like being a rapper, people want to get seen and get heard. So it's not like people sitting around thinking and being like, should I make a movie? Should it be about no, they got a gang of people lined up, signed up, and they ready because even as an actor, you're getting your face out there. So maybe you might be an actor, or maybe you might be a rapper, or maybe you might be a poet or something, and then you want your face to be out there. Now you got a calling card. Now you got a slow little segment of a movie that you can put on your stuff and say, look at me, I'm in this. You know, it's just everybody doing the same thing. So it's allowing you to have a message and have a voice.
You know,
30 million views.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they actually see the impact. They see what I can do.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like from my first film, Neighborhood Dope Man, bro, it went viral off something when I pulled out the gun and I shot the girl.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dominique. She fell before the gunshot and it went viral. So that son had Steve Harvey on the internet talking about it, Ricky Smiley. And then when Ice Cube son tweeted about it, I said, oh yeah.
Okay, what was going through your mind at that time when it went viral?
I'm just like, bro, I'm shocked like everybody else. I just wake up to my phone, I got like 300-400 text messages like, yo, bro, Ice Cube son talking about it, Ricky Smiley talking about it. Like, oh, let me get on the internet. Man, it went viral, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so now on the music side of things, though, I mean, the soundtracks to these movies and you...
Yo, before we go on that little part, I want to talk about that because it's hard to understand what happened in that particular moment. But what he was saying is that inside a movie he made called Neighborhood Dope Man, I didn't catch this, you know, because you're not gonna catch every fucking thing that's going on the internet. So I didn't catch this. What he said, what happened was in his movie Neighborhood Dope Man, a particular scene, and you already know this because people do Tubi movies, and you know it'd be like not really all that good or it don't be all that professional. And he said in the movie he shot a gun. And when he shot the gun, the person had fell before the gunshot showed that it hit them. So that was like, ha, 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 ha. So he said the people got to talking shit about his movie, dissing it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They was dissing his movie, saying, oh, look at this Tubi movie. He said Stevie Harvey, Ice Cube's son. So they dissing his movie. So he's sitting back kind of like, what the fuck? But he didn't know it was going to happen because they just putting out a Tubi movie. You can't really know what people going to say. But then this particular scene got people dissing his movie. So he said he didn't let that stop him. He said he went on ahead and still utilized this in his movie as a way to capitalize off of it. And that's what I'm talking about. Are you ready to let the internet tear your movie apart and diss it and shit on it? And then you use that as motivation. Because had he quit, had he said, damn, man, I guess I'm not good enough to be doing this shit, man. I be trying, man, but it just don't work out for me. I'm not doing this shit no more. Or you know what? People calling him like, damn, man, you heard what they said about your movie? And he said, yeah, man, I heard, man. Fuck all this shit. Let me get back to rapping, man. I tried. Y'all saw my last one. So are you willing to be dissed and shitted on and looked upon as a goofy, even though you working hard, even though you putting your effort into it, and people could still look down on that and say, man, that ain't good enough, man. That's what that guy did not let stop him. He didn't let the people dissing him and saying his movie, but even celebrities, Steve Harvey, all these people, because by continuing on from that 4th movie, 5th movie, and he said that was his first movie, so now he got 7. So now continuing on another 6 movies, you put another 6 movies or 3 movies out there, Steve Harvey, Ice Cube, and them, they'll be trying to be in your movie. They'll be saying, hey, I made that first one go viral. Remember that video clip that I put out back in the day? That was me. You put me in this. Because it's already going to have a built-in audience, because sometimes in movie making, in Hollywood, in this world, all publicity is good publicity, even negative is publicity. If they tearing it down, dissing it, and bringing bad regard to it, it's still going to have people looking at it, people interested into it. Let me see what the hell they talking about. Look at Tubi. Tubi didn't stop putting out movies because some people movies aren't like at a high echelon or they not having a Hollywood budget. If you pay attention to Tubi catalog, they got Hollywood budget movies, they got low budget movies, they got long movies, they got short movies, they got series, they got all kind of things for every single kind of person. So it's not just like your thing or my thing or their thing. If you like foreign movies, they got a whole section just for foreign movies. So but I got, again, bringing the smartness from that brand of Tubi and allowing black people to be having to put their movies up here. He's just somebody who basically took advantage of it, and now it's look what is happening today. It's early in the game. Tubi is still kind of baby. It's still kind of young. You know, it's not like 10, 15 years old. It probably is as a corporation, but as far as being something that everybody look at, competing with Netflix, competing with Amazon, now you see Tubi, and it's like that's where people are. And for black entertainment, they have put such a blockade on black people's entertainment for whatever the reasons, because they want to be in control of images, that you don't have a lot of images out there of us that we control unless it's budgeted by white people. They have to be the people who put the money up behind it. So if they're not putting the money up, it's so entrenched into the industry that white people have to put the money up, that if they don't put the money up, then nobody even want to see her shit. Like, it's like, what's that? That's not produced by white people? Like, I ain't interested in that shit. Even though the white people projects be all like demeaning, the security guard that's black is always dumb, the black police officer is dumb, the black woman is either sexualized or she overlooked in 1,000 ways. So it's like, that's just how they make their media. So if we're going to make our own media, we have the chances to make the people any kind of way we want to make them. But a lot of people are not doing that. You got a lot of producers or actors or people who got major money, and they're not using Tubi. They're not putting it and being like, yo, we got a spot. Let's put the movies that we wrote out here. They still walking around with big scripts in their hand like, I got a meeting with Warner Brothers. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's what they know and that's what they're interested in doing. But I'm just saying about what technology is introducing into the world. And technology is introducing, just like the cell phone did and Facebook and all that. You can be your own damn star, but it's up to you. So this guy is just showing you how, hey, that if that exists, if that thing is now the way, then watch what I do. So that's exactly what I want to see, let y'all see this for motivational purpose.
You know, the television series. I mean, how we doing this, sir?
Man, come on. You got Krim is the movie producer. Krim. Now I turn the criminal mind. Let me go ahead and do the soundtrack.
That's hard.
That's the cheat code.
That's hard.
You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I still got my own studio. Shout out to DJ Squeaky, man. You know
what I'm saying?
Squeaky,
how's Squeaky doing out here? Wait a minute, Squeaky giving you them tracks too?
Come on, bro. Come on, that's a phone call. I call Squeaky right now. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Okay, what is Squeaky's mindset when he watching the movie? He like, okay, let me go ahead and help this man score this thing and come up with the soundtrack.
Squeaky actually be getting on me though, like, well, from like my first 3 movies, Squeaky was telling me like, yo, you need to get better quality. You know, you need to get better production. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Squeaky, he don't never sugarcoat it. He gonna tell me straight up like, yeah, you doing good, you got something going, bro.
Yeah.
Spend more money on the production.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I take that in consideration, like, spend more money on the production. He said, spend more money on the production.
Exactly.
So once I spent more money on the production, I got a bigger crowd, a bigger following.
That knowledge, that wisdom, man.
Squeaky triple OG, bro. So it's just like, whatever, when Squeaky talks, the whole room listen.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And I still, like, even if he walked in right now, he say something, listen, like, what's up, big dog?
Exactly.
You know, it is what it is, bro.
Come on, man. So, I mean, next, though, Krim, I mean, where we at with it, what we need to be looking out for in this thing, and what we doing, son?
Just a Krim film. Oh, yeah, I got my own app, bro. Bro, I got my own app. Bro, I got my app, bro. It's on any Android phone. It's on any iPhone phone.
Okay,
I mean, any iPhone. Go to the Google Play Store or go to your iPhone. Go to your App Store. Just type in A Krim Film TV.
Yeah.
Put it all together.
Whew. Real talk. That just show you another little element of it right there when you hear about how he was so smart enough to open up his own app. Now, you tell me where you could see that at twice. Somebody who actually just cracked open they Panda. I don't even know what the hell you talk about, bro. I'm not even going to go there with you, bro. You just, something going on up here, bro. But you know what, it's Monday or whatever the day is, you'll be all right. The dude is talking about having his own app, having his own streaming platform. Now, let's talk about why that's important. Because as a creator, you know that sometimes, just like in YouTube, you'll create something and it's gonna not like people liking it. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be like, you can't put that shit on here. You can't. I got movies like that. They're not gonna let you put their stuff up there because of what it says or what even legally. Like for instance, like when I was shooting my early movies, I don't know, 2003, 2002. I'm using my homies in the hood same way like they were. This guy's doing, and I didn't get consent forms from nobody. These my boys. These my friends. Now, obviously, we way older, so it's like it's 20 years now. We're not hanging with each other. We don't see each other like that. So when we're in our early 20s, when we was all in the streets, you know what I'm saying, like running around, like it was just being a kid. Now you got kids, and some of us kids got kids. So it's like you put the movie out today, and they're like, hey, well, shit, you know, I'm running for mayor. Well, if you look at that, I'm gangbanging, I'm smoking weed on there. I don't want that movie showcased today. It never was out back then, unless it was just in the streets. But now you talk about all of the places that it is, and the people be saying, no, don't put that out because that's my image and shit like that. So, you know, we didn't have consent for it. We could have had them, but we again were shooting with our homies. So it was like we just having fun. It wasn't no Tubi. It wasn't even no fucking YouTube. So you couldn't predict the future. You don't know streaming is coming. You don't even know what the fuck. You go make the DVD, make the film. You put it on cassette because it was on VHS at that time, and then it flips to DVD. But now you got to find somebody to put it on DVD because you don't have a DVD burner. It was not that time. You didn't have a computer to make those things happen. So technology and all of these things happen, and now you got an app. So now he can make his movie, and if he don't want to put it on Tubi, if he don't want to put it in these places, he still got the app to actually put that shit in. And that's so many dope ideas behind that. Let me see what my bro just said. Hey, The Rock, Kevin Hart, Michael B. Jordan, Mike Smith, Chris Rock, Zendaya, Jonathan Majors, and so many more top actors and directors. Hood, if you try to find that you are the victim, you will stop. If you try to find that you are the victim, you will stop, bruh. Okay, bruv. He said bruv, like he from overseas. He might be, but at the end of the day, you can't understand what people talking about. My boy Abe, he talking shit. I think he's saying that I must be a victim or somebody else is a victim. But what we're trying to convey here in this particular message is that if you create and you want to be a creator, you don't have to sit underneath anybody else. And if I guess you could, I don't know where the bro was going with that. So let's just get to the point. If you own an NBA, you don't have to ask anybody when you put your games out, what place you play your games, what color your team's going to wear. It's going to be completely up to you. And if you own an NBA, or if you're the person who thought of it, you're going to determine who's going to own the actual particular ones of the teams that you have, because that's what creators do. If you own KFC, you're going to tell people what those 11 herbs and spices are. If you own McDonald's, you're going to tell them where the burger go on a Big Mac, and then what's next and what else goes on top of that, because you're the creator. So that's really what it comes down to. So Tubi is not owned by black people. That doesn't make nobody black angry or mad or feel like something has happened against you. Somebody else thought of it, so that got to be theirs. There's nothing wrong with that reality of thinking of something and then bringing it to life. How could that make anybody else be uncomfortable? It shouldn't, and it's not. The thing is that you also have the right and the aptitude mentally to create your own. That's really the conversation. And so not a lot of people are going to be able to understand what I'm saying when I say those words, but that's okay, because it's a beautiful place in the world. Everybody don't have to capture your message. But for the people that do understand that component that I'm reaching there, is that if there is this thing that creates, that there is in existence, for instance, a Nike or whoever, you can still be a Kanye West and come up with your own thing. Even if you connect yourself to the major point positional people like the Nike or whoever. If you even connect yourself to them, and then the Adidas, it's going to allow you to get your message out there, but you don't necessarily have to. And with the streaming thing and what this guy showcases is that even if they don't mess with him or don't want his movie on anything, you can go directly to his particular streaming app on an iPhone and you can watch it directly. And by obviously doing that, now you got a direct connect to him. And these, again, is the things that you can't really explain to folks. You got to kind of see that. You know what I'm saying? And if you can see that, then you can see building your own info. Let's see what he said. He said, no, you have to check with the commission and get approval. You can't just change everything. There's contracts and marketing teams and video games, so you'll still need approval. That's not true, because it's only approval if you, and see, here's the trick about that too. If you create something and it's genuine and dope, they're going to come to you. So you're not going to need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you got the NBA, you don't need approval for nothing. If you the person that's going to create the game, he's going to come to you and say, hey, I can create y'all a video game. Or you're going to hire the people in-house because you're a conglomerate. And you're going to say, we need a video game team. Go hire 10 people. So you're not going to have to ask permission. It's really up to you. If you feel like you have to ask permission, nobody's going to stand in your way. Go ask permission for whoever you want to. It's like 8 billion people on the planet. That's a lot of choices to choose from, but it's up to you. Nobody's going to stop and get in your way. Frank, no, you're free. Do it. But if you're a creator, then you're thinking of ways to do it without having nothing to do with nobody else. And that's what they thought. If you think about it, that's what they thought. If a person was in a house creating a chair or creating a table, they're not necessarily going to ask everybody up the block and say, hey, do y'all mind if I make a table over here? What kind of tables y'all like? They're going to go from what their brain create from that idea of that table. And then that's what the table is going to look like at the end. And if a person come in there and say, what the hell did you make this table for? You can't make a table that look like this. Well, it's going to be too late. It's already made. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't really need permission. If you create something and it has the strength and power behind something, they're going to come to you. You don't have to go to nobody and say, hey, I want to make an NBA game. Can I use my own team players as the actual players that's going to be in my NBA game? Or are you going to say, if you sign up with me to be an NBA player, you also are also signing your likes and rightness for me to put you in a video game? Every fucking NBA player lined up going to say, hell yeah, put me in that NBA game. They're not going to say, no, keep me out of that. And if it is, it'll be a way big difference in the numbers. For every 100, you might get 10 people that'll say, I don't want to be in no video game. The rest of the 90 going to say, put me in that shit. And you still going to win because that's all you need. This is your main guy and a bunch of other guys who are going to be in it, and you're going to succeed. So him creating his own thing, I think that's probably the biggest component of this fucking video, is that he's showing you that even though he has success on Tubi, even though Tubi is a place where he's utilizing it and building up his brand, he also built his own thing. And right now it got no name, it got no voice, it's not strong. But if he continue to go, imagine getting something like Spielberg in it when you got 50 films done. Imagine something like you Clint Eastwood, you got 100 movies done. You somebody like Nicolas Cage, you got 285 movies done. 285 movies done. But you don't have to look on Tubi to see them. You don't have to look on Disney to see them. You ain't got to check Hulu to see that. You can go right on Crim TV. And it's sitting there all the time, every day. And when you watch it, the money go directly to him. So now it's not cutting to the distributor. Now it's not cutting to the people with the publishing, whatever the element they got connected to you. You did all your marketing yourself because you kept making movies. And by the time you got to be in 53, 55 movies, you're a household name. So now everything comes straight through your app. And the ones that you put on those apps and those platforms before, that was cool. But now for the rest of them joints, this is creative thinking. A said, creating a chair and a table is so different than being a part of or a complete owner of an NBA team. And they are partnered with the National Basketball Association. They need approval. It's true. Well, we're not going to get into a conversation about the NBA because obviously the NBA is owned by a group of people. But each one of those people had to go through the creator of the NBA. So we're not going to go into something like that. We do filmmaking over here. So we got to stay locked into the filmmaking conversation because that's what we do over here. William Matt D. Jack, whatever, Candelaria said, he is right. As an actor's voice, actors, directors, writers, and producers, you have to find any means possible to put value in your name, a.k.a. your brand. That's a fact. All right, let's get back to my bro talking over here. Criminal Man, let's go. He trying to hit this little sound.
TV.
Okay,
and I'll be on our Roku TVs in like the next 60 to 90 days.
When it came time for the app, what was it that made you say, you know, this app time and this thing, okay? I done gave y'all enough content. Yeah. I got to bring it home.
Yeah, because I know it's just like the streets, bro. Like when I was in the street, bro, I want to cut out the middleman. You know, let me get directly to the chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you making some money. Just like if I'm giving you something, and you getting it to him, then who getting it to her, or who getting it to that personnel, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me cut out all them and just go straight to the source.
What all is going on this app, though, Crim?
Man, I'm putting up more and more content daily. You know, it's just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a TV show I'm finna do called Babs of Memphis. Ooh. It's with the females, you know, doing their thing or whatever.
Talk to me about that now. I mean, how did you put that one? Continue, then I'm gonna come back
Yeah,
to that.
and it's like I'm gonna have all the exclusive movies. Some movies that I'm not taking to Tubi is gonna be on my app, and then it ain't gonna be just my movies. I'm accepting everybody's movies.
Amen.
You know, I'm giving everybody a chance, bro. Like, you know, even with content, it's gonna be like a podcast on there. It's gonna be everything gonna be on my app, bro.
Exactly.
You know, I'm getting up and running on it.
Babs of Memphis.
See, so that further conveys the message that it's not necessarily about you having somebody to talk to or having somebody to listen to. It's about giving chances to other people. So it's other people that's going to want to be having a message, and they might not want to go through the Tubi. They might not want to go through these corporations and shit like that because of their parameters of what they asking you that you got to live within, and community guidelines or whatever it is. But if you own your own thing, well, now you get to make the guidelines. Well, now you get to make the disclaimers. Now you get to determine what people get to do to put their stuff on your platform. So it's not for everybody. You might want to have a boss. You might want to go and explain yourself to folks. It's your life. But in the reality of it, somebody like him who's being a person that's succeeding in that particular realm he's in, which is the realm we're in here, letting you know that if you do it that way, which he's done, and it took a minute to get there. He said it took about 3 years for him to build his empire, but it's built now. So it's up to you. Let's get back to it.
Man, what's that about, sir?
Oh, yeah. Women. It's just a bunch of women. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of women. You put 20, 25 women into the same facility. You know how it's gonna turn out. But ain't nobody gonna get hurt or nothing like that. You know, I got security. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice, bro.
I mean, seeing the women do their thing. What was it that made you jump into the women episodes? Because, you know, that's a profitable business as well. You know, these women, the baddies and all this stuff, they do their thing. So, I mean, getting the ones out of Memphis, though, man. I mean, what was it like putting them together?
Memphis is a different breed, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them women in Memphis, bro, like, they different. You know, they different. And then, like, I just want to tap into every market, every aspect I can possibly hit. You know what I'm saying? I want to tap into everything, bro. Like, I don't want to just, like I said, people just think I'm just going to do the trap movies. No. I'm going to do love movies. I want to do a transform. I want to do everything that I can possibly do. I don't want to limit myself from nothing.
What do you feel like the future of all of this media is going to right now, Creel?
Man, black content is actually, it's the most profitable business that's going on right now. You can Google it, bro.
Talk to me.
Man, like black content, people making billions off of it. Not millions, billions.
My God.
Yeah, and I tell anybody, bro, like, you know, if you want to do it, just do it, bro. Like, just do it, bro.
How did the people treat you versus when you walked in versus now after you done proved yourself?
They believe me.
Okay.
You know, a lot of folks, you know, they believe me. You know, a lot of folks, they didn't believe me. They're like, you gonna do what? All right, I'm gonna sit back and look. All right, stay right there and look. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, bro, whatever I put my mind to, bro, I'm going at it, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going at it. Like, I don't feel like there's nothing that I can't do. Nothing. Just think about it. I didn't reinvent myself from music.
No doubt. Hey, I see that. Appreciate it.
And I'm bigger right now than I was with music. Like,
and that's another point. Yo, I appreciate that. Hey, how that's going on is they got a highlight button on here on the live, and if you hit it, it automatically make them 5 minutes. So I'm gonna stop doing that. But anyway, that's very key. What he's saying right there on that positioning is that, you know, making more money as a musician or less money as a musician and more money as a film director and a film producer is crazy, because he started out as an artist. That's what I tried to say earlier on in this video, is that he started off as an artist, and then by being an artist, he gave himself a chance to put a bigger message out there. Now he's okay with if he fails as a film director, if he doesn't make it as a film director. So me, as a person who started doing movies in my 20s, so I'm 50 something now, so early 50s, but I started in my 20s, so obviously it was no digital shit. That wasn't a thing. You know, it was like big ass cameras, big ass film. And as I was in school early on, you had to use a razor to cut the shit. They obviously switched that to digital, everything, computer, cell phone, you name it. So when I was young, it was filmmaking was my dream. So it took me to be way older in life. Like, I mean, I did so many years of independent filmmaking, you know, kind of music videos, you name it, concerts, every fucking thing. This just was my dream. This is what I wanted to do in life. So I just kept doing it. I started Hood Films. So I said, okay, cool, this is the best. I'm loving my life. And as I got older, you know, it kind of, you have an up, you have a down, you have an up, just like anything in life, right? So younger guys who I came around me, I'm in my 40s now, and they did music. And so it was like, okay, I'm end up dropping them off at the crib. Well, I think I'm dropping them to the studio. And they was like, yo, you want to come in? I'm thinking like, no, I'm dropping y'all off. They like, you should come in. I'm thinking like, I've been in the studio before. This shit's boring. Like, I don't want to sit in a fucking rap studio. Y'all can go do y'all thing. And he was like, oh, no, come in, man. Just chill out, this man. We're going to smoke and all this. I'm thinking like, what the fuck? They like 31 or some shit. And I'm like 49. So I'm thinking like, what the fuck I'm finna go in the damn rap studio with some niggas for? This is so stupid. So I go up in there and shit, and they get the beats playing and all this shit. We having fun. And they're like, man, you should make a rap. So I get on my cell phone, I'm writing a rap and shit. Pip, pop, 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 pop. They like, okay, you ready? I'm thinking like, I guess. So, you know, he put the microphone in front of me while I'm sitting in the chair. He put the microphone in front of me. And I'm thinking like, wait a minute, this ain't rap. I said, I want to be in a fucking booth like you see on TV. Like, what the fuck I want to sit in the microphone in front of me like this for? They do it in there. Can I do it in there? He like, yeah, you can do it in the studio booth. I'm like, man, okay, that's a fucking rap. I'm actually making a rap. This crazy. So I made the songs, and he gave it to me so I could drive home playing it. It was a fucking dope experience. I'm like, wow, the first time in my life I could actually hear my voice. Like, I used to listen to Michael Jackson, Prince. You know, it was just, I'm 49, so it was really a phenomenon to me because the technology wasn't around when I was young. You had to go to the studio or have money to go to the studio. So it just wasn't nothing I did. So, and my friends, you knew a couple of people that rap, but obviously life kicked in. They got kids, baby mamas. Nobody stayed as a rapper until their later years. So as the guys showed me to rap, then they kept asking me to take them again. I took them a few times more, and I'm doing a rap with them, and it's fun. It was really fun. So then I got the equipment at my house. I said, what the fuck do you buy? So I know people making music at the crib. He told me the little shit to buy. I'm like, okay, cool. So then I go home, and it took me months, but then I said, okay, well, fuck it. I'm gonna put it together. He told me how to find beats. I mean, I'm telling you all this stuff because I'm saying this what literally happened to me. So I started making music at my house. Like, okay, look, I like this beat, and I'm making music. So eventually, I let the guys hear it. They was like, what the fuck? This is dope as hell. I'm thinking like, y'all crazy. They like, no, I'm telling you, nigga, this shit is amazing. You should make an album. I'm thinking like, make an album. Like, wait a fucking minute. Now, hold up, nigga. I was just bullshitting around with y'all in the studio. I'm not a rapper. I'm fucking old as shit. And they like, nah, that's not about age. Look at these old people and look at the white guys. They still make music. You should actually just fucking do it. And so I took a picture and did all this, and things came together. I found a way to have my name as a rapper, which was Yusef 2 times, which is on the platforms, which is my first name, and it's on all of the platforms right now. Yusef 2 times, Times. And I was just like the number 2, and I was like, damn. So I got like 7 songs and shit, and these younger dudes, they pumping me up. They like, man, you could do it, man. Put your shit out. You should shoot a music video for this. I'm thinking like, shoot a music video? Like, y'all going crazy, man. What the fuck? They're like, I'm fucking telling you, this shit sound good. So by believing in them, believing in me, now I have music on the platforms, which is like, how the fuck did that happen? I would have never imagined in my whole life. I was a fan of music all my life. You think I'm talking about you could hear my shit on a platform? So then I even thought to myself, I said, so you can teach an old dog new tricks. Because I literally was about to just drop them the fuck off and go about my business. They not my friends. We didn't grow up together. They like in their 30s. Like, we have nothing in common other than the fact that we met downtown. So, and I had to kind of trust them a little bit because I'm like, y'all way younger than me. I don't know what the fuck y'all do in the studio. Like, what the fuck y'all do in the studio? Like, and it became a part of my life. So now me being able to make music, I am happy that I did that. And I'm like, wow, I fucking made music in my life. I'm going to play one of my songs. And again, it only shows the humans. It don't show the backgrounds. It's a whole fucking music video. My rap name is called Yusef 2 times. And I got a YouTube channel under that name. But I'm just going to play this music video that I directed myself. It's myself, me as the motherfucking rapper, and me as the director behind the music video. So, and it's just, again, to show you that if you use the technology and you don't give up on whatever the fuck you're doing, what could happen? Now, this is me. 2 years ago, I put this out, matter of fact. Hey, let's go to the beginning. Hold up. That shit playing already. So this is me right here, y'all. I shot this music video. This is my rap name. Yusef 2 times. And I directed it. You can check it on YouTube yourself, though. whole life trying to get this money up right. In the studio to the daylight. This money gon' get my pay right. For the haters out there in they sight. So I keep that to unload in case they wanna get bold. I'm chasing money. I ain't never gonna change my mind on that. If you come around here, you will get shot down with that guy or with that bat or whatever I got close to me. Hating is so old to me. I'm just a coder G. Dust off my shoulder G. Y'all niggas jealousy. That mean you're hosting me. I never folded G. So I forever be known in the streets as a fucking G. As a fucking G. Please don't talk no shit to me. I don't wanna hear it, please. Don't talk no shit to me. Cause I don't wanna hear it, please. Don't talk no shit to me. I don't wanna hear it, please. Don't talk no shit to me. Cause I don't wanna hear it. Yeah, I just want y'all to hear that, you know what I'm saying, to show that, you know what I'm saying, me listening to the younger generation of dudes allowed me to go in there and fuck around and make some music, and I was real proud of this. I'm like, damn, you could see it and then turn it into a music video. It's like, you never know what could happen, especially with technology. And I went my whole life, like 20s, 30s, 40s, I never even was in a fucking studio like that. And then allowing me to learn it, and then I could use the streaming platforms, YouTube, and all these places to put the stuff out at. Now, I said, well, goddamn, you know, obviously I done probably made about 200 songs now. So I'm like, well, man, when I do my next movie, which I'm producing right now, I said I could just actually put my own music. Because as a film director, you have to find people music to put in your movie. And sometimes it's not easy getting up with them and them giving you the music that you want to hear and all this shit. And so you have to try to figure it out. So I was grateful to he said you wear UK drill style clothes. That's funny as hell. All right, with the puffy coats and shit like that, huh? I'm not familiar with that too tough. I see it sometimes, but not like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that was what I was able to do, was come up with that little sound. And I got more music videos under here on that name, but I just wanted to let y'all see that this is what the technology is allowing. So now I could put my own movie, my own music in my movies, and then nobody can stop me. I don't have to ask anybody. I could sit here and make my music myself. I'm going to create the movie because that's what I do for a living, and I'm going to create the movie like I always created my movies, but now I can put my own music back behind it. And then myself is also the main character, because like I was in the main character from my last movie, Kill a Rapper, but I used someone else's music because I wasn't making music at that time. I didn't even know that was coming down the pipeline in my life. But again, teaching an old dog a new trick, now I got a whole streaming platform where I'm putting my music on, which is a different income stream. So let's go back over here and listen to the Brogues some more.
I'm in Detroit, right? I'm in Detroit. I'm down there with a couple of my partners, you know, some acting partners or whatever. The song Bust Some come on, right? The girls, they popping their thing, they doing their thing. People getting their drinks, whatever. I'm like, yeah, bro. Y'all know whose song it is? Come on. They said, this Big Boogie song. I said, bro, this is my song. Nigga said, you rap? I said, bro, that's me. I had to literally pull up the video. Yeah. And like, bro, this me, bro. Exactly. I said, Criminal Mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then like, damn, bro, you was just fat. I said, yeah, bro. It's just like, but more people know me from the movies than they do the music. You see what I'm saying?
What does that do to your mind, too, when you realize that the success in another arena that brought you a lot more fame?
Yeah, a lot more money, too. Ooh. Ooh. Nah, it just, bro, like, I don't even know how to answer that, bro. Like, it just... Bro, it's a good feeling, bro. Yeah. Like, it's just a good feeling, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I always said if I ever got another chance at it, you know what I'm saying, that anything, I was gonna seize the opportunity. And once the movie thing kind of just fell in my hand. Yeah. I said, let me go and run with it. Because I know everybody was finna start trying to do it. And it's just like right now, Tubi getting oversaturated.
Yeah, but see, I heard they ain't let nobody slide in there no more.
Yeah, they changed the stipulation. They're changing all the rules now. You got to do certain things for certain, you know what I'm saying? But I already went through all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They know me now. Exactly. And then, like, I'm not just doing, like, when you look at Kingpin, bro, that movie, that's not no Tubi movie, bro. When you actually look at it, you be like, hold on, bro, you did what? You got
exactly. It's the real deal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, you know we got to look that one up, because that's one I missed right there. Let's see. Kingpin. I know Clifton Powell, I'm going to put his name in there so we can hurry up and find it. because we didn't see the trailer for that one, but I missed this one. Clifton Powell, let's put his name up there so we can pop this up real quick. All right, we got Kingpin, Clifton Powell. Bam, this is it right here, and that's the trailer. Let's get straight to it. We ain't wait around. We getting right on it. They're gonna probably hit that commercial for. Oh, they ain't doing commercial on this one first.
The man, the myth, the king. So what you want us to do? Bow down, kiss your ring?
What's up, baby?
See Charles kill Melvin. Your mom's playing the whole thing.
I've been doing this a long time.
Bitch. You're next.
Riley, it's Roscoe. Tell me what I did, please.
We created Black Wall Street right down here, motherfucker.
No, please!
Gotta keep the casket sharp, you feel me?
Said I want you to remember this. Always celebrate your victories. People go in, but many never come out.
We can work together and run this city.
You ain't getting no fucking hard.
I may not be Charles Blood. So
All right, we go back to the credits at that point. So you can just see that they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here goes some more of the trailer right here. Let's get back to it.
You got something Charles ain't never had. Everybody. And I've been with everybody fears. And with fear comes power.
Yeah, Avery, you don't see the video as well because these videos are only green screen. So they don't show background, they don't show cars. If the scenes are too dark, they only show humans. So this is just a way to give you an idea of what the guy created. You got to go on YouTube yourself and look at it yourself because all this stuff is on YouTube. What's up, Tim? So again, that's how you're seeing it. You're only seeing the green screen version because you see a green screen right here, like that's a green screen. So when I flip it over, it's a green screen on the other side as well. And it does not show the screen, the thing. It only shows the physical human. So that's why you don't see the actual people. So like, for instance, you see the guy sitting there, but you could tell automatically he's sitting at a fucking table, you know, there's walls behind him, but you can't see that shit. So that's why you only see it like that.
And like, there's not, I don't look at what I do as a Tubi movie. I could potentially go to BET. I can potentially go to the Hulu, the Stars, or wherever. I just pick and choose where I want to go.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The pivot though, Krim, I mean, pivoting from music to film. I mean, what was that like for you as well? Because I mean, a lot of folks, they be like, you know what? I'm gonna do music from here on out, and that's just what you gonna get out of me. At what point did you feel like, you know what, it's time for me to pivot into something else?
And then you see the commercial come on, but it's the same thing. It's words all on the screens, a fucking background, but you can't see none of that with it being a green screen. So I gotta let this lady play, and then we get back to do the interview. But I wanted to basically just bring y'all this guy because he's a phenomenon that's happening right now on Tubi, in filmmaking, in streaming, in the video world, in the world of creativity, the world of black media and all that stuff. But it's unknown. It's not really. It's down south. You know, it's from the south. They're from Memphis and shit like that. So it's like you're not really hearing it in New York, LA, the major cities like Chicago. It does not come about, so you don't hear it. So looking at the YouTubes and shit, you get to find these people. And then I've seen a guy on YouTube, but obviously I don't know his story. I didn't know his name. I never heard his music. You know, it's just something hidden in the world. You just don't know. But when I saw his interview, I said this would be dope for my people so they could see it. But again, it's green screen, so it doesn't show anything else except the actual physical human. Like I think that it work off your eyes. So if it only see your eyes, that's what it's going to show. But if it show different elements, it might not show you that. It might not, and it's especially if it's dark. If it was a dark background, you're not gonna see shit. So it don't show words, none of that, just humans.
Me, the music game, it didn't change. I want to say like 5 years ago, bro. And it's like a lot what these youngsters do, bro, with the guns, with all that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go get 100 years, so I can't compete with that. You know what I'm saying? And then
Facts.
It's like,
it's true.
Fake is the new real. You feel what I'm saying? Like where I'm coming from, bro, like you had to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Like right now, you can get on the internet and be who all you can be. Like going to the honor, bro. So I just like, you know what? I'ma still do that. I'm just gonna go do this here too. You know what I'm saying? Just want to try something different.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Now, lastly, Krim, I mean, what do you want folks to take away from your movement and your movies moving forward, man?
It's gonna be a message. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be raw. I'm gonna bring awareness. I'm not gonna just glorify just the streets. It's gonna be everything, bro. Like I don't plan on leaving a stain on your brain.
That was me. I cried.
You look at whatever
Yeah, the guy from the interview looks like it's funny.
You're gonna get something from it. It ain't gonna be just the typical, just a drive-by, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. There's something to that story. You know what I'm saying? Like if you pay attention to it, it's gonna be something to that. It's gonna be a message.
And that's what I want y'all to know again. This time around is about messaging. It's not necessarily about the money. It's not necessarily about the fame. You can get that. If you get on YouTube, if you get on Tubi, TikTok, any of these places, you're going to end up getting all of the fame, all the above. But if you got a message, that's what's going to bring you solace. That's what's going to bring you comfort. Definitely hit that like button. Definitely thank you for showing the love. Thank you for hitting that. I appreciate y'all showing love. And we want to have a message to take, you know, because a lot of times you're not able to do that. We sit back, we watch other messaging come to us in entertainment, and we watch it. We have fun. But sometimes there's creative people out there that want to say something, even if it's comedy. Even if it's just being slapstick and silly, like Scary Movie or Tyler Perry joints. It's not like you're trying to hit people over the head with politics or make somebody join a cult or religion. It's just that you got to say something. You want to say something. If you watch my movie Killer Rapper, which is on Tubi right now, you will see my story and what I'm trying to say in a messaging position and how I'm trying to put a message out there and what I want to say. And I'm grateful for people for supporting it and watching it and looking at me as a person that has been a creator for a lot of years and still doing it to this day. It make me feel good, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to say a message, and then I made a movie, and then bam, I could put a message out there. So that's what this guy's doing. He's doing it at a level with Tubi. That's his platform. That's allowing him to put his storylines out there, and that's something to check into. If you want to be a filmmaker, if you want to be an artist, these guys right here is the people that's leading the way. They putting the messages out there. They showing us how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a great thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to show y'all a couple of clips from my movie. Hold on.
It's just that ever since we moved into this house, we've been behind on these bills.
Babe, haven't I told you not to stress over that? Everything will be fine. It's all good. Everything's gonna be okay. I got this.
It's just that ever since we moved into this house, we've been behind on these bills.
Yo, that's one clip. I got a gang, but let me see what AAB just said real quick. Let me see if I can click one more though. Click this one. And this one is playing the correct way. I paused that joint. I always like to show this scene too when I show my damn movie, because it's like I should have got a fucking Oscar for this scene. Yo, but anyway, Avi said, is the thought of starting content creating like you do, or the movies they are making, have the misconception that you need to be big budget? Is that true or false? Well, I mean, it's a lot of people going to have different perceptions because we all watch Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? For instance, the Sinners movie, he took $90 million to make that movie. And when you watch it and all the elements that he put into it, if you're really a filmmaker and you check into it, he made 70 millimeter filmmaking, which is you know, like the biggest you could make. And then he actually used film on a lot of that shit. So it was like, this is a process and move, and you know, and then he used like not 3D and shit, but the one that's, I forgot the other one that's bigger than that, you know, but that's what he used to make the movie. So it's a lot more money that took into it. Then he using a high-class, high-end cinematographer, directors, producers, you know, people to help him bring the movie together. Then he's shooting it in another state or another area where he got to bring all this shit, ship it in. He got humans in, hotels for everybody, food, you know, trucks, cars, logistics. It's a lot of elements that go into that. So now you got to hire the most dopest people at bringing this shit to life. Now, what if they got to build something like a big old building? Now you got to hire the best construction workers breathing, because you can't fuck shit up. You got to make sure it's happening and it works the entire time. So A lot of big budget movies is what people see, and it's what they think that they have to do to create. But when you have Tubi, when you have a cell phone, when you understand cinema, when you understand that movies is not about the technology or the camera or the film, it's about the story that you're telling, the story that you're trying to convey. Most people are going to watch your movie, they don't give a damn what they shoot it on, but they want to see the story that you tried to tell. If you told a story that I could understand, then it's a movie. I'm not going to look at it and say, oh, well, shit, he really didn't use... if he would have used this guy as the cameraman, Wexler, then I thought maybe I would have. It's like no one thinks that. People watch the movie, they watch the film, they watch the series, and they're entertained. You understand what I'm saying? Damn, that's some shit I didn't know. What the hell? He was young, bro. What the fuck would he be doing passing away? That's weird that you saying that. I actually got to Google that because that's somebody who I was fucking with as a kid. So RIP to him if that's true. But I can't believe something like that because I remember growing up to him and I thought that he was younger than me. I'm sorry, right older than me, like not crazy older than me, yup. So he was 2 years older than me. What the fuck did he die from? That's something else, man. That's crazy. Say, can you post a link to your movie in the chat? I'm going to watch that tonight. Eating bean soup. Boy, can I ever. Can I ever? Yeah, I appreciate that too, man, because you keeping my brain rocking to the I'm gonna give y'all this old nice little thing right here. But yo, and that's really something that I appreciate. I used to watch Malcolm Jamal Warner so much growing up, man. It ain't even fucking real. You know, obviously he was the Cosby Kid, and he was my age. You know, I think he was slightly older than me, but for you know, when you're young like that, you looking at these people like they're your age, even though he was a little older than me, just 2 years though. So he would be like more my big brother, rest in peace, his age. But, you know, you look up to these people because they was in TV and you just thinking like they got the best life ever and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, you know. I didn't even write the damn title up there. Let me try to write the title up there before I just let that go. Hit the post. Because they didn't put no title or nothing. Yeah, there you go right there. That ought to give me something. Oh, damn, I ain't even write that down. Oh, shit, you just gotta keep removing the motherfuckers till you get it right. All right. And then, okay, I'm not even writing right now. Here it is. Bam. That should be that. Lord have mercy. I put that shit up without even putting the link in, y'all. Give me a second. That way I know there's a difference between the two. All right, then we put that there. See, now we got activity. That's that link. So what I appreciate y'all is, damn, it won't let me pin that bitch. Yeah, there it is. All right, so but otherwise, that's the movie I created right there. That's on Killer Rap. That's on Tubi as well as YouTube. You can watch it on Tubi as well. That'd be another place that I could fucking put the link in there because you know some people might like Tubi. Oh gosh, sorry for that freeze, y'all. My back. Damn, it might have kept me on the frozen. Shit. Yeah, it kept me frozen. Let me see if I open and clear. All right, I'm back now. I see it because it showed frozen. All right, I'm back now. I see it because it showed frozen. All right, I'm back now. All right, bet. So, but yeah. So otherwise, man, you got the link right there, and I'm gonna let old boy finish us up right here. Criminal Mind. Oh no, I was gonna show out a clip from the movie. Let me just show you a clip from the movie real quick, and then we could get the dude or whatever we gonna do.
Well, at least you got that good old job to keep you away from here.
But man, I had to snap with my boss the other day at work, man. Yeah? He tried to embarrass me in the meeting in front of everybody, man. I went off on that bitch ass nigga, man. Fuck that motherfucker, man.
Bro, you still taking your meds? Don't fuck around around, lose that good job up in there. Fuck around, be out here in the streets with us cutting hair, selling books.
Man, it just seemed like things was way more simpler then, man.
You remember that line, nigga? More money, more problems.
Oh, yeah, that Biggie line.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You know, it seemed like, you know, I had no money back then.
Right.
Hip-hop was way better.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, whatever happened to that nigga Fresco?
I remember that nigga. He was on tour with Dean and them before he got killed. Niggas miss that nigga Dean, man.
Man, I'm thinking about doing my next article on him and his whole movement.
I bet. So you could go in there and check the rest of the movie. It's an hour, but that was just basically me doing the same thing Criminal Maine did, dude who we've been watching on this here live, and his videos and everything like that. That's my own rendition, my own version of my storyline I was telling. It was called Killer Rapper, and I made it the title Killer Rapper because I heard a song by a rapper named KRS-One, and the song was called Kill a Rapper. And I almost want to play that real quick so people be actually knowing what was the fucking what you want to call the motivation behind the story. So it's just not, of course, because I'm glad you asked that too, because it's streaming. So that means it's like basically money being made when you sleep. It's not like you have to do it physically yourself. It's on a platform. So as they put it up there, people watch it at their leisure and blah, Skippy. You can imagine, just like playing a song. You don't know when somebody's gonna play somebody's song, but it's somebody playing everybody's song, no matter what genre they got, and it's happening right now. It's just not, we're not able to keep up with it. They do that through the streaming. But let me let y'all hear the song that motivated me to make the movie Killer Rapper. I heard this song, and then I said, damn, you know what? I can make a movie about this. So let me play the song.
Imagine being able to build anything.
I hope I don't get no copyright strike on this shit.
In any
So
style,
that's safe fair use and all that shit that people be saying.
just by thinking about it.
Because I shouldn't, but I don't know how it works, you know. So I'll play a snippet. Let's go back to it. I don't really want to play it because they do be tweaking when you actually play it, but I just played that little snippet right there so that they don't really go crazy about copyright strikes and shit like that. But that's really what it was. It was a song by KRS-One, and the title is called Kill a Rapper, and it's actually on YouTube if you want to listen to the song in full. But when I heard it, and then he started going into how the particular, his friend, because I was young at this time, his name was Scott LaRock, and you know, he had got killed. And so I was like, I knew that since I was a kid, but then now today he had made a song called Killer Rapper, and I was like, well, damn, the way he wrote it and the way he said it, talking about how the murders were unresolved, I said, that's a fucking movie. And so obviously I had to go write a script, and then I had to get the people, and then it just, the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I would assume too. But you know, I had played, thanks, but I had played another song prior to this, and then they gave me a strike in that bitch, and they was like, you got to remove this, and I was like, oh fuck. I think it was like, what's that rap group name that's out now? Clips. I had played like a little segment of their song, and they was like, oh fuck that. So no, you are right too. That's why I played this, but I think they said you had to do it like 7 seconds or some shit like that in order for it not to be triggered as a thing. But I even just saw just a minute ago, even today, Math Hoffa, he was doing a review of a song by Lloyd Banks, and he played the whole song, and he was cutting the song and playing it, and he was giving a review about the song. So I'm thinking like, well, how the fuck can he do that? But then when I played the Clips song, they hit me with a strike. So you just don't be knowing how YouTube, it's very different how it worked. But I don't own this song by KRS-One. I just heard it. And when I heard it, I said, this is the motivation for this movie. And I didn't know I was going to make the movie. I didn't know how it was going to look. I had hired a whole other person to be the main character. But he didn't see the vision all the way through, or he just maybe thought we was bullcrapping. I don't know him personally. I just assumed whatever he did what he did. But he didn't play the character like we had wrote and we had practiced. He was coming to all the fucking rehearsals and all this shit. So he threw me off when he didn't show up for the first day. But I had to play the character. So I did, and I'm glad I did, because I was able to put the emphasis in the different elements of this character that I thought it needed. And otherwise, I would have had to tell somebody these things and be like, yo, you got to do this. You got to do this. Yo, A said, those big companies hire out other companies that use bots to automatically copyright. So unless you counter it and they sue, and they sue you, they will drop it. But It's just a headache to exploit with their money. That's facts. And that's why I stay away from it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I don't want to be dealing with no jurisprudence or the fucking YouTube video that I'm just really talking about my expertise in my particular genre, and this is just the motivation for a movie that I actually did make, and I actually do have it in the platform, and it's actually in the pinned comment section, but you can't control YouTube, and ain't no use in trying to. So, but I wanted to make sure that I put that message out there about the movies and the stuff that I made, because this is what I put my heart and soul into, and I'm grateful for this guy to put his message out there, Criminal Maine, because we wouldn't know nothing about him. We wouldn't hear his message if Beehive didn't talk about him. His interview is on Beehive Radio. That's on YouTube. Beehive's like, I guess he used to be a radio host, but then he stopped being one. He got a YouTube channel now, and the YouTube channel going crazy because he do interviews with people like this guy. Let's let him talk a little bit more before we finish this live.
Bro,
what have the people been saying though when they watching and they come back to you though, Creole?
They loving it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my notifications go on all day, every day.
And how did that make you feel though, man? To be able to make that kind of an impact on folks' lives?
It make me feel good, bro. Like, it actually make me feel good because I see something that I'm doing is actually working. And it's working fast, like it's working real fast. I wasn't even prepared for the love that I'm getting from it. I didn't expect it to come so fast.
Yeah, my man said, is there any questions, we say any thoughts or ideas we should go into watching your movie with? And I should say no, because even when you watch somebody else's movie, the director, producer does not get a chance to tell you, hey, look out for this, or you should watch that, or man, be careful if you see that scene. It's just, you know, a movie from the south side of Chicago. I'm the guy who created the whole idea of the project, and the song you just heard by KRS-One was the motivation for the idea. Listen to that song will probably be the only thing that I could tell you to do, because that's the song that motivated me to write the movie. So, and it's by KRS-One. And then from that song came the movie. So that would be the only thing I could say. The ideas, you get any thoughts from?
For real?
Nah, you could have never told me that. Come on, bro, I've been doing the movies going on 3 years, bro.
Yeah,
that's 3 years. But see, the only difference for me and everybody else, I come straight in spending my own money.
Yeah.
So I'm already invested in my own self versus me trying to come in being an actor. Like, okay, I'm finna do the movie, I'm finna hire these people, I'm finna get my own actors, I'm finna do it how I wanna do it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's another point I wanna make too for the audience that's watching. I mean, you put up your own money and invested in yourself. I mean, there's a lot of actors out of here that want to act, but they don't realize the importance of just saying, you know what, hey man, you got to dig in your pocket and put that content out there. If you really believe in yourself, you got to believe in yourself, literally. So, I mean, talk to me about that when you said, okay, I'm going to take this money and I'm betting it on Cream.
Hey, that's still a good point to stop at, because he showed and betted on himself. And if you heard him, he said, I only been doing it less than 3 years. 7 fucking movies, 15 he's in. And he's been working less than 3 years. If that don't tell you the fucking level of this nigga is working at, is crazy. Nobody's working at that level. 3 years, and you got fucking 15 movies. What? But that's hard work, because he's not looking at it saying, I can't film until I get a budget. I can't film until Denzel calls me back. I can't film until we get a location on top of the Eiffel Tower. I can't film until there's a helicopter flying into the hood in Memphis. He ain't doing that. He making sure that when he wake up in the morning, scenes get shot, we in the editing system. And that's what's happening every single day. Scenes get shot, we in the editing system. Now what's going to happen? Movie done, movie done, movie done, movie done, movie done. Yeah, it might not be perfect. It might not have all the elements. It might not supposed to be, they couldn't get a fucking a UFO. Maybe they couldn't get a lion to come bite the motherfucker leg. But did they get the movie done? Now, after about 5 of them joints that couldn't get perfect, now you can afford the movie with the lion coming out. Now you got the helicopter flying through Memphis, and everybody looking at you now like, oh my God, look at him. They don't know you just did 15 joints that didn't work. 9 of them was whack, and 4 of them you hated, but you still got them done. So that's really deep. Let him finish up.
Believe in me, bro. Like, I believe me, and like I said, I don't like nobody to try to tell me how to run what I'm trying to do.
Exactly.
So to me, to keep all that from going on, let me get my money together, let me get my bread together, let me just do it how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then I ain't finna sit here and say every project that I done put out been a success. You know, it don't work like that. You gotta crawl before you walk, and you gotta walk before you run. You see what I'm saying?
Bouncing back though, if it ain't no success, I mean, how does that impact Krim's mind? Do you say, you know what now? Oh, what the hell? Or do you just keep on moving?
Nah, I'm gonna keep going, bro.
Okay.
Like it's just like with the music, like, you know, even when I was putting out songs, when I put out CDs, you know, everybody don't like every song, every CD that I ever put out, but somebody, the song you might not like, somebody might like. You see what I'm saying? People, like, even when I first did the song Bust Something, we just tried something. Shout out to Young Key, bro. We actually just tried something, and it's like, a lot of people didn't like it, because they say it was too direct. I'm trying to bust something. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of people loved it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we 10 years later, bro. We still getting paid out there, bro.
Still going crazy.
Come on, bro. That song all on P Valley, bro.
Every weekend. You see what I'm saying? With that being said, though, Krim, folks that want to get down with the movement, they want to stream the movie, they want to get the app, they want to get down with everything you got going on. How do they contact you? Folks that got scripts they want to send you to and
go to my website. I got a website, akrimfilm.com, or you subscribe to my app, Krim Film TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, and go on my IG, follow my IG, criminal_Maine with 2 N's, MANNE, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get to it. I want to work with everybody, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so you heard what he said. He want to work with everybody. So he ain't sitting up here hating. He ain't sitting up here feeling like he's sitting on the top of a big old tree and you can't get to him. None of that. The guy got movies out here less than 3 years. He made a serious impact in streaming. He got movies up here. We watched the trailers on here. We heard him talk. We watched my trailers on here. We heard me talk. We listened to y'all talk up in there, man. You see the movie that I made right there in the pinned comment. And we showcasing artists that's making sure that they not taking no for an answer. Like he said, I ain't waking up letting nobody tell me how to do what I came to do. If I came to produce this, make this, bring this to life, that's what's gonna happen. I don't care what you call yours, where it is, how many people got it, how much money y'all putting in yours. Congratulations and good luck. This is what I'm doing. And so in all this time, he's been grinding. You know who he is now. Follow the guy online. Hit him up. You heard what he said he had. He got the app. He got the website. He got movies on Tubi. You could get up with this dude yourself if you're a writer. He said he working with everybody. He'll take your script. He'll take your movie. You could bring something to life. You pay for this dude to come in your town or pay for this dude to come to your hood, and he'll show you how to bring a movie to life. You could even do that with me, because that's exactly what I do. I come to your hood. I come to where you are. We're going to make a movie happen. That's what we do for a living. That's why it's called Hood Films. So, and that's also my last name, but let's just get off of it. But anyway, we're making sure we're bringing filmmaking to life over here. So I appreciate y'all watching, subscribing. Make sure you leave a comment and all that good shit. And we're going to be back with another video, most likely later today. And after this video, you'll be able to see like a new video at the bottom or the top. You can click either the series or you click something else that's dope. And I appreciate y'all watching again, man. Definitely share and continue to rock out. All right, peace.